Howdy guys, OldDW here, down at the workbench. Wanted to talk about something kind of cool. So, will you actually shoot your eye out with steel BBs? Do you really want to use lead? These are more expensive, you know. And actually, there may be a situation you don't want to use these guys. Cheap, pricey, accurate, not? Myth, truth. Somewhere in there, there's accurate information to be had. I'm just showing you my facts. I'm bringing the paper out. I have my receipts. And I want to show them to you. I have results of my testing several different guns through BBs, lead BBs, steel BBs, smoothbore guns, rifled guns, everything. And I guess this all started because, you know, one of the first BB guns I got was this 66 Power Master. And for those of you who don't know, this is just a gussied up 760. This one was made in 2002. Yeah, 2002. But this is like the Walmart special with the gold accents and the gold trigger and whatnot. But it originally came with the scope, and it had a rifled barrel, a little bit longer pump tube, so a little bit more powerful than your standard 760 of the time. But this was just a cheap plinker. And I'm sure people throw steel BBs down it all day long, but I don't. I can't. I just, something in me just knows the metallurgy of the steel on the steel barrel is not ideal. So I stick to lead, and I also like lead because it doesn't ricochet, right? You'll shoot your eye out, kid. So I really do like the lead round balls for those things, but they are expensive. But the lead round balls in this gun worked great. Everything was perfect. I was able to use the hopper, which is really convenient, and it would feed the top hopper up with BBs, put it in through the pellet tray, although, you know, your magnetic pickup wouldn't work, so you did have to kind of gravity feed it, and, you know, you got to learn to manipulate it, but you could run these through without ever touching the lead BBs when you got good with it, just like a steel BB in your 760. I really liked that. So I stocked up on them when they were cheap. And by the way, the prices on these things have skyrocketed. I don't know what the word is, but Gamo, $13 for 110 is ridiculous. I bought my 10s at, you know, $2.50 to $5 a piece. So I thought that was an okay-ish price, about comparable to pellets. So way more expensive than, you know, 6 BBs for a cent, but still not too bad when you want to have the other benefits. Like I said, I like shooting the BBs. But then I thought, oh, I got this gun. Actually, I got this one first. Old Nibs sent me this guy. That was really nice of him. But I got this gun and then did some testing, and I wanted to put the lead BBs in it and see how it did. And well, I guess we'll just go to the tape here. So on my Crossman 760, that's the 2004. That's the 2004. Okay. So on the Crossman 760, 5-shot groups with steel BBs at 3 pumps, 10 yards offhand. The average is 1.825 inches, which at 1.825 inches average is not that bad. As you can see, some of these are, you know, better than others. They're all consistently kind of off to the right a little bit, but that's good for steel BBs at 10 yards. I will take that. Then when I went to go shoot this same type of target, 5 X pattern target, I was hitting off my pallet trap. And that's the V350. And that's because this was patterning almost 5-inch groups. I had to make a new target for this one specifically because I couldn't believe it. And this is just how it was. This gun hates the lead BBs. And I think I have a reason for that. I did acquire this one. This is the V350. I've done a video about this. But this V350, it's okay with steel BBs. It does an average of about 3.25 inches compared to this guy, which his 5-shot average was, you know, just under 2 inches, so 1.8. So obviously this is a much tighter bore, or has a better internal accuracy than this guy does. And I think that might be a contributing factor, because I ran some lead BBs. I expected this to be, you know, just huge, factoring in the ratio of expansion. But no, it got about the same. So with the V350, you know, my average of 3 inches went up to 3.5, or, you know, even down from 3.35. So I think that depending on your bore, if it's just a little bit bigger, because I think these lead BBs are slightly larger, but if your bore is a little bit bigger, you're going to be able to shoot it just fine. And you're obviously going to be able to shoot it just fine under the rifled barrel, because that's where you'd want them to be a little bit larger to engage the rifling. But I just thought that was surprising. This 760, the one that I got from Nibs, absolutely hates those lead BBs. Maybe there's something to be investigated there, because I do also notice on this one I got from Nibs, it's I think he said a 73 or 74 variant. If I shoot lead pellets, it will it'll break the valve. It'll make the valve leak. It's got a really tight bore, and it'll sometimes jam the pellet inside the bore. And so, you know, with 8-10 pumps, unless you're holding this bolt handle to stop the gas blow-by, there isn't enough pressure built up to expel a pellet. But this thing shoots steel BBs great, and I'm happy with that. It shoots steel BBs amazingly well. But it has a problem with pellets and these lead BBs. So interesting stuff there. Also note that these are slightly too large for the loading port on the V350 as well. You kind of got to pop them in there, and then if you get a jam farther down in the tube, so you know you pushed them into this loading port, and now you're trying to get a feeding error cleared through here. It's a pain in the butt. So I don't worry about the lead BBs out of this guy either, even though this one had acceptable accuracy or similar accuracy. I still don't use it. So these are kind of situational, but I tell you, for using a rifled barrel BB hopper gun, I can't recommend these enough. This is just a hoot and a holler, good time. Sit up by the campfire. You're not fumbling with pellets. You're just locking and loading. So check them out. There's also an H&N version called an H&N Smart Shot. I'm looking out for those. If I can find them on a super sale or pick them up on the cheap, I'll get them out and test them for the channel. So hopefully you'll see that soon. But thanks. That's all, guys.